Rick Hendrick is racing LeMans. Let's talk about it. Coming up next. What's going on, everybody? If I haven't earned your subscription, hopefully today is the day I will earn that subscription. All right, it was teased all on social media yesterday that a big announcement from NASCAR and IMSA was coming, and this is it. Rick Hendrick Motorsports will take a modified next-gen Chevrolet Camaro over to the 24 hours of Le Mans to race. Let's look at what the Heavy had to say about it. NASCAR and Hendrick Motorsports are about to compete in the prestigious endurance race. The sanctioning body and the championship organization have announced their intentions to compete in the 2023 24 Hours of Le Mans. NASCAR announced the news on March 17th during a special event. President Steve Phelps confirmed that Hendrick Motorsports will build a modified version of the next-gen Chevrolet Camaro, which will be a Garage 56 entry. This designation applies to single-entry class reserved for innovative cars. The Garage 56 provides organizations to test new technology without taking away a spot or a starting spot on the grid. It must be noted that the parties have only announced their intentions. They do not have a guaranteed spot in the 24 Hours of Le Mans. They must receive an invitation to take up a Garage 56 spot, but those will not go out until a later date. From the early days of NASCAR, it was important to my father that we played a visible role in international motorsports, and there is no bigger stage than the 24 Hours of Le Mans, said Jim France. The 24 Hours of Le Mans, which has taken place every year since 1923, is the oldest endurance race in the world. It is part of the Triple Crown of motorsport, joining the Indianapolis 500 and the Monaco Grand Prix, making it one of the most prestigious events. Fittingly, the 24 Hours of Le Mans has the title Grand Prix of Endurance and Efficiency. All right, so the article goes on to say that Chad Knaus will head it up, and obviously this will be a scheduling conflict for Cup, so the driver lineup has not been set either, but basically the big rumor is it's going to be Jimmy Johnson, and Rick Hendrick joked that he's going to have to put Jeff Gordon on a diet to get him in there, so tentatively, at least my thoughts right now, it's probably going to be Jeff Gordon and Jimmy Johnson, and who else will race it, we don't know, but I imagine either other past Hendrick guys or they will find a way to make some of the current Hendrick roster available for that race. I don't know exactly how that will work, but the driver lineup has not been mentioned yet, so let's talk about if this is a good or bad thing. So on one side, I'm thinking this is like the biggest gimmick. First off, it's the way they were building it up on social media. This is not as big a story as I was expecting. It's a big story, but it's not quite as big as I was expecting. I'll get into that on a later day. I just want to sort of talk about this right now. So we don't have the driver lineup set, and we don't know 100% that they're going to get the entry, but you would assume that they will get that invitation to do a Garage 56 entry. But what does this mean going forward? Is this just a gimmick? Is this a one-time gimmick? Or is NASCAR looking to merge IMSA and NASCAR together, and is NASCAR going to be like a classification in certain IMSA races going forward? I think that's the more interesting thing, because I have heard for a long time NASCAR owns IMSA, but they're not fully integrated and merged like this. Are they going to fully integrate and merge and be one classification? I've got a pretty good inside source saying that is the case. So in the future on these street races, it could be a double weekend where you've got IMSA and Cup running on these road courses and street races, because street races are coming too. So it could be one of those situations where you go to a Cup race and there will be other cars on the track at that road race. It'll sort of be a combined Cup and IMSA deal. That is also what I'm hearing, and that's actually what I thought was going to be the news today. But this was a little bit different news. So going forward, I think this is going to be very different. I think it's going to turn off some older fans. I think some of the newer fans may like it. I don't know. If you're a younger fan, let me know what you think about it. I think a lot of the younger crowd is excited about this. I'm part of the older crowd, and I kind of like it because I'm a big endurance racing fan. But it's also going to be partially like freak show, because the NASCAR next-gen car, even though it's a lot faster, it is going to get absolutely smoked by these sports cars, and so it's going to look kind of slow. Now, I know they got the balance of performance or the bop or whatever you want to call it, but I don't know. This thing is going to be sort of a freak show compared to the other cars, so it'll be interesting to see. But going forward, I think their agenda is to merge NASCAR and IMSA, and that's just my thoughts on it. Just my opinion. Like I said, I got an inside source that is saying that is probably also accurate, but I think that's where we're going. So basically bizarre news, but I kind of like it, but I know a lot of people are going to hate it. So let me know down in the comments what you think about it, and that's all I've got for you today. I got to get back to work. Look at these dirty mitts. Got to get back to work, but I wanted to do this one real quick, and thanks for your time. If you like the content, please subscribe down below, and other than that, thanks for your time. Peace.